Hello, let me ask you a question. How long will you continue to work for a peanut? I'm serious. Let's take this for an example. You went to school, get your degree certification, and after that, you started working in an organization. The organization is very good, and they started paying you 200, 300,000 naira. The highest paying hospitals that pay, I'm not sure if the hospital that pay MLS candidates up to 500,000 or more than the range of 500,000 naira. So if you calculate that one, that's around $150 to $200 to $300 a month. This really based, like the payment is based on your levels, and before you start collecting money that is close to $400, then you know that it's either you are attaining the end of the service here. Now, meanwhile, there's a job opening of us in the United States of America which pays medical laboratory scientists 70,000 naira to 80,000 naira per year. Just do the calculation. You have the same degree certificates, you go through the same rigorous training, but what differentiates it is the location. So how long will you continue to work for a peanut, carrying bottles, carrying patient life, working for passion? I know medical is passion, but if passion is not being appreciated well, then the passion dies. Now, let me start explaining what ASCP is about. ASCP stands for American Society for Clinical Pathology, and it is a global gold standard for medical professionals, especially medical laboratory, because I address medical laboratory here. And think of it this way: your local license is your local currency, because if you do not have a license, you cannot practice as a medical laboratory scientist here in Nigeria. However, if you want to practice in the United States of America, you need to have that global license that places you on global stage and gets you job on global opportunity. And I would like to say this is not just a number, but let us talk the number. I mean real number. According to the minimum wage that is being paid here in our country or in Africa, comparing it to the minimum pay per hour over there, let's just say per hour over there you are earning up to $50. If you have a good IRA, you are earning $50, $70, but the minimum is $30. Now $30 multiplied by 8 hours per day, multiply it, so that will be 3 times 8 if I'm not mistaken. That should be around 3 times 7 is 3 times 9 I think is 27, 3 times 7 is 21, 3 times 8 should be 24 then. So that is $240 per day. Calculate that, convert that $240 per day to Nigerian naira, convert it to our currency, and you will know that this is not just what you have to wrap your head around. It's something that you need to get doing if you really want to move forward. The best time to start preparing for that advancement is now. It is now that you are still a young scientist. It is now that you are still a student. It is now that you are still an intern. It is now that you are still a serving youth corps member. It is now that you are still in your early career, because time is not on our side. Our children are waiting. The parents that send us to school, or even if you are the one who send yourself to school, you want something that is very good. You want something that will help you to fuel your passion. And that is why every month you wait is the money you lose. And let us consider it this: you are 28 years old now, and you are still considering maybe you should write a ASCP exam or not. If you wait for another 6 months, before you know it, you'll become 29 years old. And if you wait for another 6 months, before you know it, as you wait, time goes on. Time wastes for normal. And the question you should ask yourself is, why am I still waiting? It is not, can I do this? I know 50% of people fail ASCP yearly, but that is not the goal. The goal is how long am I to wait? If you do not take the risk, you are not moving forward. And the truth is, thousands of people from Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, India, and other Philippines, just like you, have already done this. They are already working in the United States of America. And if you check their healthcare worker, most of them are African. So what is keeping you stuck? What is keeping you stuck? You are not stuck because you don't have the information. You are stuck because you haven't started. Now is the time.